All right, good people. Welcome back to the TNEC cast. I'm your boy Shuff along with the Weapon K. Episode 14. We rolling along. Keep giving you this quality content. And speaking of quality content, we told you guys about a month ago we had a goal of hitting 300 subscribers, by June. Now, we coming down to the nitty gritty. We're at 223 right now, so tap in with us. We got a video for whatever reason we're still trying to figure out that's going crazy right now. It's almost at, 10K views. So we trying to turn those into subscribers. So, tell a friend to tell a friend. If you're enjoying this, tap in with us and, go ahead and hit us subscribe. We usually talk about it at the end, but we want to talk about it at the beginning. Catch you guys.
Go ahead and subscribe, yo.
While y'all here. Well, but yeah, okay. What you guys say, baby?
All right, yo. I appreciate you guys stopping in for another episode. This episode we're gonna be talking about a little bit of my prep because I just started prep. Prep of the prep 3 weeks ago, but prep starts today, and we're gonna talk about that, and we're also gonna talk about the importance of having a coach. And having like someone to guide you through whether bodybuilding or just like getting healthier in general. So to start it off, man, let's talk about this prep. This prep that that I'm prepping for the North Americans. I'm gonna do a warm-up show prior August 21st. If you guys are interested, you guys can look up what contest on August 21st. So you're going to fucking contest snipe me.
Just say it's going to be a big day for TNEC. That's all we'll say. That's all we'll say.
Listen, dog. We're going for another championship ring, dog. Another one, G. Another one. So, right now, it's the same as the off season. Just training my fucking ass off. Going there and putting in work. If you actually go to my Instagram, I posted a progress picture of my last year's starting point and this year, and just like the development and the fullness and just the way everything flows. Like, dog, me, Kyle, Eyes, everyone's so fucking excited for this year. This is gonna be a great year. Also, side note, if you look, I'm doing the pastor pat down real quick. My AC down. It's 85 degrees. It's hot as hell.
We finally got Texas weather back. Texas been playing, but Texas came back with a vengeance finally.
Yes. What else about this prep?
So I'm gonna ask you some questions, because again, our viewers, all different levels and everything when it comes to to bodybuilding. So kind of talk about those differences, because I'll say from my end of seeing you from when you first came into this to where you are now. One of our models about keep getting better. Bing. So we've checked that. So with that being said, tell us some of those differences that you're noticing and kind of bring people inside of that world and get them to understand why Kyle and I and everybody on the team is so excited for what you're doing.
You're talking about the physique?
Mm-hmm.
So the one thing that I needed to work on, especially looking at my contest pictures, was my upper back. My upper back was kind of flat. It looked like I had a great V taper. I had the thickness at the very inserts of my back at my waist, but at the top of my back where the traps are was very flat. So if
explain what flat is, just in case we got some newbies.
Well, picture it just flat, just like a wall, right? It's just flat. It's not as thick as the person who holds the crown right now, Brandon. So I took that into account. I was like, okay, I need to do a lot of more high rows. I need to row my life away, row into my nosebleed type thing, to target that and do a lot of more shrugs. Before shrugs, like traps, is a muscle group that you can kind of forget, So, traps, calves, forearms, all those are like those accessory ones that really no one really cares about, especially lifestyle. But bodybuilding is about building the body, the entire body. So I had to take that into account, and just like you said, I'm constantly learning. This is my third competition coming up soon, and just like the progress from the very first time I even thought about competing to last year to this year is mind-blowing. Another thing was my chest. I think you also told me this, like my upper chest. My front delt, like even now you can kind of see it. It kind of dominates everything. So to bring out this upper chest, I also had to focus on that. 2 upper chest movements each chest day. I hit chest twice a week now. and looking at the small details. Because at the end of the day, like me and Isaac was talking about this before, the only thing separating me from the best is gear. That's the only disadvantage. I have the genetics. I'm not going to lie, like I'm not a genetic freak. I have the work ethic. I'm in there busting my ass. I have the discipline. The only thing that's separating me from, climbing Mount Olympus is gear. So, so when we focus on these small details, it's just closing that gap. Closing it, and keep it as close as possible.
So I want to jump in on one thing. So to bring people again in also, so what Kyrie is talking about, right? So with his chest and his front delt. So we're talking about something that we call symmetry. So a lot of people, when you hear the term symmetry, a lot of times you think, just right to left. But a balanced physique is a winning physique. So now, as Kyrie is moving up the ranks, we can't leave any, margin for error. And that's on both. That's myself. That's anybody on the team, if you're just being honest. So now you have to be critical and say, okay, what can I do to get better? Doesn't matter if you're just coming off of a win. You still have to say, okay, because you don't know who or what's going to go on at that next show. So now, as Kyrie's talking about building his upper chest, because basically you don't want to take your front delt and bring it down. You want to take the upper part of your chest and bring it up. Yep. And that's going to create, as we talked about, a more full look. You know what I mean? So, and that's, and then Kyrie talked about his plan to do that, shout out to Kyle. So that's the part of constantly getting better, so that's the shit I love to hear. You know what I mean? I just love to hear that shit. So your preps have changed. This is going to be your kind of like first prep here in the States. So how does that make you feel?
So I'm confident, man. I'm confident as fuck. Just for the reason, like, if I can build what I already have with, like, let's say a hammer and a wrench, imagine what I would build with the entire toolbox. That's, you know what I mean? That's the crazy part about it. And that's why I'm so excited. Because, like, in Saudi, like, tuna rice. I carved up with Rice Krispie treats. Kyle was like,
nothing wrong with that.
Shut up. If it fits your macros. Kyle was like, you need 600 grams of carbs today, figure it out type thing. And my next Amazon shipment of rice wasn't coming until 2 weeks from now. So it was like, you went to the DFAC or the cafeteria and you get like those granola cereal cups. You get some Rice Krispie treats, like 10 of them, and you just throughout the day just devour them. So here with rice, I'm eating tilapia now, tilapia and the ground beef right now, with eggs, whole food, not packaged food, actually not processed foods, so I'm feeling better. I have all the vitamins I need, all the supplements I need. Like, I just go to the store and grab it. So just the accessibility of everything. The gym is nicer. I'm not training out of a tent. I have AC in the gym. I wish I had AC in my house right now, but I'm not complaining. But yeah, it's just I have access to everything, the entire database. And then plus, like, hey, if I want to go up there and train with you, I can. If I want to go train with Kyle, I can. Hit up Pete. Hey, yo, you want to go? Yeah. That support system, and not like if I text you, it's 2:00 here, like 2 a.m. here, and 1800 over there, and I won't get a response until tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? So just all those play into a part, especially in prep, when everything has to be on. If you need that support, it's there. Hey, Isaac, what do I need to work on? Where am I lacking? Coach, where am I lacking? And this is also perfect transition. Shout out to Kyle again, man. Like, this man has guided me through this entire thing. Like, I couldn't be where I am without him. Just like the knowledge that he's bringing down to me and the support that he's also bringing to me. It's just like, you can't beat that. And that's where it's important to have, I wouldn't even say just a coach, but just a fitness guidance. Someone to guide you to your goals. Oh, I haven't heard of someone using, give me a random supplement. Let's say creatine, right? Your coach would be like, I haven't really had my athletes on creatine before, but let's try it out with you and let's see what happens. Rather than, hey, yeah, no, we don't do a creatine over here, da 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 da. You know, and be like, okay, let's take the data and let's apply it. Like my coaching style now is kind of like that, where it's just like I take the data. Like I have one client, she was like, yo, last time I tried to lose weight, I used a fat burner, and it really helped. And I was like, okay, you know, I don't really agree with fat burners, but let's try it out for a month. Let's see what happens. And then we'll take the data, and then we move on with it. How do you feel? How much energy do you have? Are you staying hydrated? Take all that into account, because everyone's built different, and go along with that. So you told me, you got a new coach.
Yes.
Tell me about him.
Yes. So my good friend James, you will his Instagram is at Hard Body by JTimo, JTIMO. You know, I'll tell the story. So after my first show of the year, Margaritaville, he was sitting at the judging panel, so he got to see, you know, a full thing. And us being friends and just knowing certain things, he kind of reached out to me, and he did reach out to me. He was like, you know, bro, like we were talking. He was like, you know, you looked flat on stage. You know, what did you do? And I'll call it a mistake. I just dehydrated too much. So I was so dry. I was beyond. So even with the carb up, I still looked flat. And I mean, I did a big carb up. And then I learned, like, so for example, and then with me being so dry, eating oats that day, eating pancakes that day, carbs that mixed with water, what was happening, and this is what he taught me. So I want y'all to know that, you know me, I don't take credit for shit that's not mine. And so basically with me being so dry, my body was pulling that water and retaining it. So I was looking flat and also holding a little bit. And see, to the naked eye, oh yeah, you look great, da da da. But to our eye, it's those little details, and that's what takes you from first place to third place to fifth place, you know those little things. So, you know, we talked, he was like, hey, bro, let me guide you through this next peak week. You know, no money, no nothing like that, just all on the love. I offered to pay. He's like, no, it's all on the love. I care about you. You know, I hated to see that because I know the kind of person you are, know how you work. So we took me through that peak week, showed me some things, some things I'm going to apply as a coach, because it's all about learning and sharing information, because at the end of the day, we all trying to win here. And, you know, I had a much better, you know, my package was better, my placement was better, got third, won some money. Wasn't a lot, but I won some money, you know, which is always good. You know, and, you know, so I said to him after the show, I was talking to him, I was like, bro, we gonna do this, you know. So I, you know, got his bone, paid him for this next prep. And part of, you know, what it was, there's two things I'm looking for to coach. I need to trust you. So I need to trust that you know what you're doing. So i.e., have I seen, you know, have you taken people to higher levels, things of that nature? Just at the end of the day, it's results. Are you getting consistent results? It's not like you just have one unicorn that did well and everybody else, you know, stinks and stuff like that. You know, are you getting consistent results? You check that box easily. And then caring. You guys know I'm a passionate joker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm extremely passionate. So I need somebody that cares. You know, I need you to care about my results. I need you to care about what I'm doing, because at the end of the day, you give me the plan, I'm going to follow it, you know, but I need you to care at the same level I do. And he showed me that on the strength of reaching out to me, saying, I want to help you this week and everything like that. And he did something that I do. It's about earning trust. You know what I mean? He even though he already had it, he earned my trust, showed that he cared. Boom. So, you know, shout out to James. He's already taught me a lot, you know, have made some changes in my coaching style based on what I saw, the differences in me, you know. So I was like, okay. So I looked at people that have similar situations as myself. It's okay, this is what I'm going to apply some of these new things to. So, but it goes into something that, you know, Kyrie and I were talking about before, you know, before we were doing our prep for the show, and the importance of having a coach. So, you know, you heard Kay talking about how Kyle, his coach, you know, has been guiding him through, you know, and everything like that. That's a trust and a care thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's important because that second set of eyes that you trust, like Kyrie and I, we're doing that all the time for each other. So it's like we're each other's assistant coach, you know, saying we need to work on this. And it's never oh, why are you saying that about me? Hell no, because I know, just like Kyrie knows I care, I know Kyrie cares.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with our head coaches. You know what I'm saying? With me, with James, and then you know, Kyrie with Kyle. You know, having a coach is extremely important because they're able to look at you as a subject in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
They're watching and making these moves that we make for our clients. So as somebody, because I coached myself for like a year and a half and I had success. But now if I want to consistently compete at a high level, at the pro level, I have to have a coach. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter what level, natural, IFBB, whatever kind of pro you are, all the top people have a coach. So I don't want to do myself a disservice. And it's not saying that I don't know what I'm doing, because we got pro wins. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it's just, that was a thing. So even on the lifestyle side, it's important, because what will happen, a lot of people, especially the bigger people, they'll lose some weight. But then when that weight loss kind of slows down, they don't know what to do to keep it to continue.
Yeah.
That's why you need somebody to help you. Somebody that's done that and understands, okay, we need to make this change. We need to make that change. And I mean, you guys cannot underestimate the importance of having a coach. Because like, let me tell you, I told Kyrie, because it was really between James and Kyle for me. You know what I mean? And it just happens. It works better with James because he's here in Texas. He's just right down the street, you know, in Houston. So we move around at the same shows and everything like that. So he knows where I'm competing most of the time and everything like that. So it was just it was a natural move. But man, I can't tell y'all enough to get a coach. You know what I mean? If you want to come in and look, and that's not telling you guys, you know, come join TNEC. That's not an advertisement for us. What I'm saying is, whether it be Kyle, whether it be James, whether it be us, I don't give a shit. Go get a coach if you want to do well, because you're going to keep running up against the wall, because it's going to be hard to figure out, you know, what changes you need to make, you know, and shit, and what's not working. You know, all the different things, you know. And then it also goes back to, you know, while we're talking about coaching, it's that support system. Make sure you have the right support. You need people around you that are going to be honest with you and that you trust. Because I only get feedback from certain people. Kyrie, no, I don't ask him. He just tells me, and it's vice versa. That's what it is. And we know. And the thing is, whether it's never like bad, but it's always coming from here. You know what I'm saying? It's never like, man, you suck. Get out of this damn sport. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's always like, okay, this is what we need to work on. You know, and things like that. So I'll throw it back to Kay with a question. Ooh, I'm a freak you with this one.
Let's get it.
How did you go about choosing your coach?
Funny enough, Kyle asked me the same question whenever I was down in Florida. He was like, yo, how'd you find me? And I was just like, I don't know. That's the crazy thing about it. I have no idea. I think I was following him for a while, you know, just like seeing his stuff and da-da-da-da, and I'm just going through my own journey. And like, he had this caption, and at the very bottom, it was like, for competition coaching, you know, DM me, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, had my eyes open for a show, and I was like, all right, cool. I DM'd him. He gave me all the deets. Don't do what I did, right? Because it just so happened that it worked out for me. Vet your coaches. Vet your coaches. Hey, usually if they are very successful, they have their client spotlights on their pages. You can see the results. If you can't see them, ask for them. Hey, man, have you ever coached a competitor? Have you ever coached someone who's trying to lose 100 pounds? Have you ever coached a bikini competitor? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Vet them. See what they're about. You know, learn from them. See if you can actually learn something from them. There's a difference between someone giving you a plan and saying follow, and a difference between someone giving you a plan and saying like, hey, if you have any questions, let me know. Let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion. Oh, you don't like fish? Oh, too bad. You know, suck it up. You know, do it for the gains. The other one, okay, let's substitute for tilapia. Let's substitute for ground beef. You know, you like turkey? There's a difference. So don't do what I did. Don't do what I did. It just so happened that, you know, I crossed across a goat, and you know, and it worked out very well for me. I also heard you told me that you found a coach that didn't really help you, your first coach, right? Mm-hmm. How did you vet him, and just like Or same situation,
Not,
you just shot your shot and you was like, ooh.
well, no, it was, it was a friend of mine that was a competitor. And like so my mindset when I was coming into the sport was I actually wanted to be more of a coach than an athlete. Boy, how that changed. But so I was like, hey, can you help me? You know what I mean? So, and to his credit, he helped me. He didn't, he didn't charge me or anything like that. But not everybody's meant to be a coach. You know what I'm saying? So people like you and I, we have the work ethic. So we're going to work our asses off. We're going to do we're not going to sit there and be like, oh, well, can I have, cheat meals every other day? Like, we're not going to do shit like that. Even before we got into this, we understood like the discipline and, all that kind of shit. And so I didn't vet him. I was just like, and I to my knowledge, he never really coached anybody before. So I was like, and again, I don't want to be like, I didn't take it serious, because I did, because I'm a competitor. I wanted to fucking come in and win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, I wasn't really out there looking for a coach, because it was somebody I was friends with. And I saw like the circle that he moved in with other competitors. So I was like, he got to know something. Mm-hmm. So, and I did learn a lot. Got to give credit where it's due. I did learn stuff, but it was just one of those things where I could tell that it wasn't going to be a good situation moving forward with what I learned. And I just felt like from a knowledge standpoint, I had surpassed. Mm-hmm. And it just became a situation where I was like, man, 'cause I was looking for another coach, but I just couldn't find anybody. And, what I wanted to do for the season, I was like, well, I know enough. I'll coach myself, and it worked out. But yeah, to jump on, because you hit a couple of fucking great points, but I wanted to let you flow. I didn't want to jump in. One about vetting your coach. Something I posted the other day. So don't fall for this trap. This is lifestyle and competition of people that talk about all these great things they do as coaching. They'll post up and they'll sit there and with these goofy ass captions, but then you don't see not one client on their page, on their story. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, how are you such a successful coach and all this stuff, but you don't have one client thing? Like, I get it, because look, I have a shit ton of clients personally. I don't post every single one of them. Some people don't want to be posted, but whether you go on my athlete page, you go on our page for TNEC, you see so many before and afters and client success stories and all these different things. So it's like, okay, they're doing something. So you have to vet, like Kay hit that on the head. You gotta vet. And if the coach does not have the ability to pull something out or say, go to my site and see this, or just something, I'm gonna be real. That doesn't mean they can't coach or, whatever, but it should give you a pause before you pay 1, 2, 3, 4, however much you pay a month or quarterly, whatever the pricing structure is. I know me, before I hand over my money, I want to know what I should expect and, expect in return. And then the other part of what Kay said that, that stood out to me, make sure somebody you can learn from. Like, I know what James, he's a wealth of knowledge. One, he's been doing, we've been training overall roughly about the same time, but he's been doing competition training way longer than I have. So I know there's so much shit. He already told me he's the same way. I want to teach you this. I'm gonna show you this, and he's all from day one. It's been a bunch of learning for me. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be real. It's easy to follow a plan. But Kay hit a good example. You're somebody that doesn't like fish or whatever. If your coach makes you eat fish, that means your coach does not have the knowledge depth to say, hey, I can make this change for you. Now, me as a coach, I'm asking you why. Like, why do you not like fish? And if you give me a good enough reason, I'll be like, okay, cool, let's make the change. If it's just, oh, well, it smells funny. Oh, come on, man. Like, because especially if your body type is somebody that reacts well to fish, I'm like, look, do you want to win or do you want to do okay? You know what I'm saying? But you have to have that ability to make those changes to understand, okay, this lean protein has similar macros, so we can do this. Because these coaches, there's a lot of one-trick ponies out there, and all they do is post their unicorn. That one person that just has that work ethic and, it works out. So you gotta beware. So that's 2 points I want to make sure I jumped on, because Kay hit it like right on the head with that.
Mm-hmm. One thing I want to add is like, yes, having a coach is very important, but being a client is just as important. So how I move in this realm of fitness, and not even in the fitness realm, it's just like in my family, in the military. It's like if I want to make Kyle greater than just the Instagram coach. I want to make Kyle Hani Rambod. You see what I'm saying? I want the No Excuse crew to be the best crew of all fucking time. And that starts with me. That starts with me being a great teammate, a great staff sergeant, a great client, and putting in the work. So when Kyle posts me, he's actually taking a shit ton of pride in that. Yo, look at my client. And then people are like, yo, that's your client? How much you charge?
Yeah. And that's how it works. It's
exactly
really that
how it works. It's like, yo, what you do to him? Can you do that to me? Oh, y'all want to know Excuse Crew? Y'all working. Hold on. Y'all winning championships? Plural? Y'all hiring? Y'all got any open slots? You see what I'm saying? It's like I have to make my dad proud. I have to make you proud, Isaac. I have to make Kyle proud. So don't just be like, yeah, I'm gonna get a coach and everything's gonna be set. You can have the best coach and come in last place in every competition. It doesn't fucking matter. Mm-hmm. They can tell you to do 40 minutes of cardio, but if you doing cardio at like 90 beats per minute, just casual stroll,
just enough to break a sweat.
Exactly. You ain't winning shit. Not around here, that is.
For real.
So yeah, you can have all this. Yeah, I'm gonna look for the greatest coach. I'm gonna vet him. I'm gonna do this. Before you even show up to the doorstep to knock on the door, make sure you come correct. You come disciplined. You come ready to work. You come ready to conquer, because they can feed off that as well. Mm-hmm. You know, we're all about elevation over here. So if you can elevate your coach, they gonna elevate you. They gonna put you on. Trust. It's a two-way street. Yep. Communication. Oh, I need my coach to communicate with me. Communicate with them. Mm-hmm. He doesn't text me. Do you text him? Be mindful of these things. Just be mindful. That's it. Yes. That's all I gotta say. Just be mindful.
Yes. I'm gonna avoid snapping, but I'm just gonna say it's true about being, a good client. For example, my coach didn't need to ask me for my check-in pics or my anything this morning. It was sent to him.
It was just there.
Sent to him. There's no reason that man should ever have to ask me for that. I'm a professional on both sides. I'm a professional coach and I'm a professional athlete. Conduct yourself as such. If you want to get to that level on either side, conduct yourself as such. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And that's because there's a lot of people sometimes that get in this whole thing that they think that their coach, especially if you have a successful coach, understand you're not that coach's only client. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, there's a lot. I'll tell you, like, if I ever showed you my phone, you would crumble. Not you, this is you for the public, of how many messages and, this. Mm-hmm. Some of them are little one-offs, but still, there's a ton of them. And, people pay me, so I got to, do my part in that. But, man, being a good client, man, your coach, don't make your coach seek you out.
Yeah.
Give them the information, because there's a reason why, like, for example, there's a reason why we have an app. There's a reason why it says update photo and update measurement on that day. Not the day you feel like doing it, but it's that day that we have in here. So I'll tell you something. Everybody on the competition side, I have them do it on Saturday. Why do we do it on Saturday? 95% of shows are on a Saturday.
Yeah. So
I can see how something that we do on a Tuesday may show up on a Saturday. MPC sometimes for the larger shows, it'll be 2 days, or shit, sometimes it even starts on a Thursday, just depending. But most shows are on Saturday. So, that's why, that's, my little philosophy of why I do that. So I always kind of know how you're looking on Saturday. You did this refeed then, and it showed up now, all those different things. But again, Kay, hit another one out the park. Be a great client, because you're at the end of the day, you're representing a lot more than just yourself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And when you're doing something for a larger cause, it means just that much more. Because I'll use Kyrie and I as an example. It's a mutual thing of representation. We know that we're representing each other, our team, like all these different things. His pop is my pop now. I love Pop. Pop is my boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we're representing all these different things, but it's technically just us up on that stage.
Yep.
But we're representing so many different things. So the way we carry ourselves, the way we do certain things, that's what comes along with being a good client. Because it's not just about winning. I mean, obviously, winning is what we do this for. But are you gracious after you don't do as well?
Mm-hmm.
Look at both of my posts. I mean, the third place was whatever, but, a sixth and a third. Again, it's at the pro level, but still, there was no salt in my post. No, they don't. Nah,
Mm-hmm.
You congratulate people. You know what I'm saying? When you first, when you come off the stage, give people daps and hugs, because if that's your man's, you can't be sitting there mad at him unless he tricked you or something. You know what I'm saying? But it's about representation, because at the end of the day, we talk our shit and have our fun, but we're great sports. You know what I mean? We're great sports people. You know what I mean? Nobody on our team, because if we ever catch you pouting, we're doing some. My phone tried to ring. If we ever catch anybody on our team doing some shit like that, you going. That's a bad representation of what we're about.
Big.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So. But that's such an important thing. Look in the mirror, because at the end of the day, and then I'll shut up. We can give you, and I always say this, we can give you a plan anointed by God as the best plan. God said, He said, this is the best plan. There's no other plan. Yeah. No other plan shall come before me, kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? He gives you that. And if you don't follow it, it does not matter. Be a great client.
Man, you got anything else? I think this is another one. I think this is another gem right here, man.
Yeah. Hey, look, I was trying not, because when you hit that, I was like, oh boy, let me not spaz out. No, I'm good. Only thing I gotta say is, man, please subscribe, because we're watching all the metrics, man. Things are moving the way they need to move. We just need y'all to subscribe, man. Like, we listen, we listen to y'all, we listen to the numbers. I know this one's kind of going a little bit longer than normal, but we've condensed down the show a little bit, because I'm just gonna tell you what we do. We look at the numbers, because again, as we are as coaches, we look at the data. We kind of saw when people would leave, so we need to try to get into that window, so we keep people watching the full thing. So with that being said, tell us what we need to do to get you to earn you as a subscriber.
Yeah, we
want to earn it. We're not just asking you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification button. Tell us what we can do to earn it. Tell us more of what we need to offer, and everything like that. Because you guys are watching. Tap in. Tap in. Yeah. Add that subscribe when I do that.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got.
Yeah. My wife's about to come home right now. Hold on, she's opening up the door. Hey, Bae. Tell him to subscribe, please.
Oh, subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe to the channel. You heard her. But I appreciate you guys for stopping in for another week. Once again, it's going to be a weekly thing. This is 14 weeks deep, bro. I'm still proud that we are sticking to this.
Like a full prep, baby.
Like a full prep, dog. Like a full prep. No hesitation. Hey, yo, same every Sunday. Hit them same time. Hey, yo, 1,400, 1,500? 1,500 works. Let's work.
Yep.
That's it. We talk for a little bit, chop it up, and then we press record and just let it flow.
Yes, sir.
So I hope you guys appreciate the authenticity. Hope you guys pull something out from this. If you pull something out for this, share it to a friend. Let them know. If you don't want to share on the podcast, be like, hey, man, how do you vet your coach? Get them thinking. Are you a good client? Open up a dialogue. Each one teach one. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for stopping in, and we'll see you guys next week. Catch y'all later.